Congratulations to our University of Birmingham graduands. Here we are in the Great Hall at the heart of the Edgbaston campus. Attendees, mostly graduands and their friends and family, are seated. Now we're getting started. Here's the first of our 2 mace bearers beginning the ceremony. The centenary mace bearer is usually a staff member who has volunteered to take part in the ceremony. The mace bearer enters through the back of the Great Hall and leads a procession of staff to the stage. The maces are placed on stage for the duration of the ceremony.
I declare the congregation open. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the University of Birmingham. It's great to be with you here today on the real high point of the academic year for us, which is watching our graduands at the back of the room come up the steps, which they'll do in a few minutes' time, and become graduates in front of your very eyes. My name's Robin Mason. I'm the Pro-Vice-Chancellor International, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to this, your graduation ceremony. So to welcome graduands, friends, families, supporters, to share a really special moment. So everyone in the Great Hall today is here to celebrate you, graduands. I'm looking at you now, you probably can't tell, but the people at the back of the room, we're here to celebrate you. We're here to celebrate your hard work, your dedication, your resilience. Today marks the culmination and the pinnacle of at least this part of your educational journey. We like to think, I think it's true, that you chose the University of Birmingham because you wanted to be part of a vibrant community in a fantastic city which champions excellence, fosters innovation, and encourages a thirst for knowledge. Now, it's not been the most straightforward of rides for you, has it? During your time here at Birmingham, we've emerged from a global pandemic which has impacted all of our lives in ways that we really couldn't anticipate or expect or imagine in advance. We've witnessed the terrible invasion of Ukraine and the ongoing war. And we're experiencing significant cost of living challenges at home, which I know has affected potentially a number of you. In times like these, the power of relationships is critical. So just to give a few examples of what I mean, we see the power of relationships exemplified in our partnership with Ivan Franko National University, Lviv, which is one of the key universities in Ukraine helping to support the conservation of Ukrainian higher education. And in fact, as we sit here in this ceremony, we have friends and colleagues from Ivan Franko here with us for a 2-week summer school celebrating and studying Ukrainian language, culture, and society. We see it as we as a university host academics fleeing war and conflict from many parts of the world, and we have a long tradition at Birmingham of hosting refugee academics, and in fact, just yesterday, we found out that we have been accepted to become a University of Sanctuary, which denotes all of the support that we put in place for both academics and for students who are fleeing desperate situations in their home countries. And we see it as we work with our student guild to support students in managing the cost of living crisis. I strongly suspect that for, if not all of you, most of you, your journeys to reach this point today will have not been quite what you were expecting. You'll have had journeys that have been marked by challenges on one hand, personal growth at the same time, moments of doubt allied with moments of inspiration. But you're here today because you've been through all of that and have overcome all of the barriers that you've encountered, and you've achieved your goals nonetheless. So let's just take a moment to stop and consider what it is that you've achieved. Each of you, of course, will have your own personal story, and each of those will be distinct, but there are common threads running through them. You'll have explored new ideas, experienced the thrill of intellectual discovery. You'll have come up against problems that at the time seemed insurmountable, but you overcame them. You'll have met new people. Some of them will have challenged you, many of them will have inspired you in many different ways, and you'll have made friends who will last a lifetime. You've expanded your horizons, challenged your own assumptions, developed the critical thinking skills that are going to be so necessary for you in whatever the next stage of your life holds for you. I hope then that when you reflect on all of that, you will have found your time here at the University of Birmingham to be a really transformational experience. And I say that especially since I'm still the only member of my own family to have gone to university, so I can really testify in a first-hand way just what a transformation a university education has. So I hope as you reflect on your time here at the university that that holds true for you too. Most of all, I hope you look back on everything that you've done and achieved with a huge sense of pride. Today's a really important step for you, a moment where you can celebrate the tenacity, the determination, the drive, all of those things that have got you here today. At the same time, though, I want to recognize that it is an important, but nevertheless just a step. And in many ways, the next step will be even more important because you've got the opportunity to take everything that you've learnt and encountered here at the university and use it to make an even bigger difference. I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but those of us sitting on this stage, and I'm sure in the rest of the room, are looking to you to address the needs of the world now and in future. Because given everything that I said earlier, the need for individuals like you has never been bigger. The world is changing ever more rapidly. Society is facing complex and internet-connected challenges, and we need leaders and innovators like you who can shape our future. So it's our hope, and we say this with some confidence, that your time here at the university has equipped you with some of the tools that you'll need to embrace this role and to embrace it with compassion, with understanding, and with confidence. Now, before we start the real business of the ceremony, which is awarding you your degrees, I just want to, on your behalf, say a few words of thanks. Sitting behind me on the stage are just some of the of our university community who have encouraged you, stimulated you, nurtured your creativity, inspired you to question and explore. But of course, they're just the tip of the iceberg. Sitting behind them are all the other colleagues, some of whom you won't actually ever have met necessarily, who have been instrumental to your experience here at the University of Birmingham. Not just the tutors that you've met, not just the student support teams, but right to the people who managed to make this campus always look so beautiful. And so, graduands, I'd like to offer you the opportunity now to thank everyone at the university who supported you during your time here. If you could do that with a round of applause, that would be really appreciated. But there's another set of people, isn't there, that we ought to express our thanks towards, and they're the ones not behind me, but the ones in front of me in the Great Hall. And also those that are watching online around the world. They're your friends, they're your family, they're your supporters who are here today watching you with great pride for everything that you've achieved. You'll all have a person or people who have believed in you, who have supported you, shown you kindness, and without whom you wouldn't be here today. So graduands, I'm going to ask for one more round of applause, and if you feel like breaking into a huge cheer as well, I'll leave that at your discretion, to thank everybody sitting in front of you in the Great Hall and watching online for all that they've made possible for you. So graduands, once more, please. So we're pretty much there now. Soon you'll be coming up onto this stage and I'll admit you to your degree. The steps look very daunting, but they aren't really, don't worry. I've never had anybody topple in any of the graduation ceremonies that I've presided over. So I want a clean record, please, graduands. You can do it. And to friends and family in the Great Hall, this is your moment. When you hear the name read out, that is your graduation, and it's your cue to make as much noise as you feel like making. We always try and have a bit of a competition to see who can be the rowdiest, so please feel free to celebrate as you see fit. So, graduands, be careful on the steps, big smile for the cameras, and savour the moment.
Now for the handing of the scrolls. The graduands will walk from the left of the stage to the centre and collect their scroll from the conferring officer. After they're congratulated, they'll walk off stage.
My name is Charlotte Hempel, and I am the head of the School of Philosophy, Theology and Religion. and Pro-Vice Chancellor, to you and to the University, I present the names of these graduates as listed in my program, proved worthy to be admitted to their respective degrees.
By virtue of my authority as Pro-Vice Chancellor, I admit those persons listed in the programme, both in attendance and in absentia, to the degree for which they are to be presented.
For research into the nature of colour and our perception of it, Thomas Baker.
Thomas, many congratulations. A lot of hard work, so well done. Enjoy the celebration.
For research into the adaptation and adoption of Pentecostal experiential Christianity in the Global South, Ranganai Charles Chipere.
Many congratulations. A lot of hard work. You should be very proud. Enjoy your celebrations.
For research concerning the logic, language, and metaphysics of existence and possibility, Marco Di Natale.
Marco, congratulations. That sounds formidably hard, so many congratulations.
For research into a certain interpretation of Wittgenstein to McTaggart's argument for the unreality of time, Michael Gregg. For research into the American legal system and the Amish, Frederique Marie Odile Green. For research into the nature of the possibilities involved in theories of causal explanation, Noelia Iranzo Ribera. For research into relations between religious groups in Singapore in the late 20th century, Jermaine Shou Hui Ko. For research into the Greek commentary tradition of the Epistle to the Romans, Jacopo Marcon. For research into a group of Greek New Testament manuscripts in the Gospel according to Mark, Timothy Nathaniel Mitchell. For research into the theology and practice of homiletics, Jacqueline Williams. Master of Arts, Philosophy of Religion and Ethics, Cleveland Aaron Critchlow. Master of Science, Global Ethics and Justice, Patricia Pui Kwan. Bachelor of Arts, English and Philosophy, Lucy Arnold. Mia Anderton Birchenough. Amelia Coombs. Lucy Ellen Gibson. Ebony Daniela Kennedy. Ellie Jane Nord. Grace Florence Evie Pashley. Madeleine Payne. Nina Smith. Lucy Wilkes. Jodie Wilkes. Julian Wiltshire. English and Philosophy with Year Abroad, Joy Arkema Foot. Emily Florence Williams. History and Theology, Mohammed Achad. Megan Jones. Mathematics and Philosophy, Ruby Eve Geddes. Nikhil Kanda. Emily Elizabeth Kay. Megan McMahon. Abigail Hazel McDougall. Mathematics and Philosophy with Year in Computer Science, Eve Antonia Nolan. Philosophy, Megan Addison. Charity Agwu. Amelia Rose Bailey. Amy Batman. Alicia Beckett Hester. Francesca Bell. Lucy Ann Borner. Joshua Brooks. Evan Campbell. Alexandra Cook. Rebecca Copeland. Louis Alexander Elvis Copland. Ruibo Dan. Rosalind Emily Dolman. Aisling Doyle. Elliot French. Jack Gosling. Sally Graves. Jennifer Ruth Hobday. Gregor Willem Hofstede. Harry Hughes. Ikra Hussein. Anna Louise Lightfoot. Monty New. Holly Page. Jasmine Palmer Garrick. Lucy Sarah Pepper. Sainya Ram. Ria Takore. Dean Turner. Marlena Wright. Philosophy with International Study Year, Joshua MacDonald. Philosophy and Sociology, Zuzana Liptakova. Amana Freen Sajid. Anna Wellesby. Philosophy with English, Olivia Wilson. Philosophy with History, Seamus Levesque. Philosophy with Sociology, Jessica Brett. Philosophy with Sociology with Year Abroad, Hannah Feary. Philosophy with Year Abroad, Estella Faye Calvert. Emma Chapman. Nisham Kambang. Narges Ludi. Catherine Elizabeth Oakey. Madeline Jade Patton. Eleanor May Louise Wise. Philosophy with year in computer science, Esther Watson. Philosophy, Religion and Ethics, Holly Louise Lynn Alexander. Macy Ball. Sophie Ellen Chappell. Bushra Chugtai. Victoria Harriet Clark. Harriet Coates. William Cooper. Natasha Corbett. Thomas Patrick Cronin. Daisy Susan Delacour de Labillière. Rachel Dealey. Ashanti Dixon. Emily Dixon. Abigail Faronilo. Victoria Gibbons Withers. Varisha Sahia Gilani. Amber Harbi. Anna Lorna Hogg. Natasha Anna Holden. Charlotte Lewis. Lan Chen Liu. Iman Sarina Malik. Keely Robb. Alex James Rush. Emilia Schibetta. Brittany Smalling. Chloe Alice Spores. Tarek Udin. Lily Watkins. Cody Williams. Philosophy, Religion and Ethics with Year Abroad, Anna Jones. Kirsten Lavery. Politics, Religion and Philosophy, Sebastian Martin Bevan. India Cassell. Freya Victoria Mason. Abby Macmillan. Lola Morrison. Chukudo Maybe Kimberly Diane Okwasaba. Theodore Ranakers. Annabelle Susanna Williams. Philosophy with Theology and Religion, Shabina Begum. Alicia Nia Breslin. Isabel Dodd. Robert Andrew Dyson. Jasmeet Kaur. Talia Marchant. And Stephanie Aduboahen. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce Harriet Coates, our student representative, to address the congregation on behalf of the graduating cohort.
Good evening. I would firstly like to welcome all of our friends and family here today and congratulate all the graduates on their amazing achievements. And also, I would love to thank the Department of Philosophy, Theology and Religion and the University of Birmingham, who have made it possible for us to be here celebrating this amazing achievement today. Around the start of my second year, I attended my partner's graduation. Many thoughts went through my head that day, as you can imagine, but one of them I can clearly remember stood out when their student speaker came on stage. Who the hell would agree to do that? And I'm not sure what happened between then and now, but as you know, our department is quite good at making a strong argument. But on a serious note, I'm honoured to be here to represent all of my amazing peers today. When I was writing this speech, I wasn't sure where to begin. We had all had an eventful, to say the least, few years, which has taught us many things, both in and outside of the lecture theatre. I thought I would start by talking about where my university experience began, and a lot of others, in COVID in September 2020. A time of uncertainty, struggles, Zoom calls, and the horror of breakout rooms. But this time, even though it was not the start of the university experience we had all hoped for, it taught us a special kind of resilience that we should not underestimate, and made us appreciate the bonds of friendship and family like never before. The strength which we have gained from those kinds of challenging times is something we will carry wherever we go and aid us in the challenges we face, whatever the next chapter may be for each of us. Then there was the next year, September 2021, where we didn't just see each other's heads on a little screen anymore, but now in real life for the first time, or in a long time for some of you. We got to experience all that we had waited for so long, and it was definitely worth the wait. Even if it didn't always feel like it with a 9 a.m. lecture or a late night in the library, or when we had all gotten back to normal and appreciated the simple things like being in an actual lecture theatre, studying with friends, or hypothetically eating extreme amounts of toast with friends after a night out, and so much more. Then there was this year, which has been eventful for all the right reasons. Projects, dissertations, grad ball, philosophy ball, laughing with friends, crying with friends, but it was all worth it as we are here today. For me personally, the experience, as I'm sure it has been for a lot of you, one of highs, lows, and challenges. Like, for me, working in the Lapworth Museum, which you should all visit, by the way, and they did not pay me to say that, I promise. And maybe a more of a low was getting a dyslexia diagnosis after writing my 12,000-word dissertation, which was not as helpful. And it was overcoming anxiety, which I would say I'm doing okay with, at least right now. But it was also finding people and friends who I know will be a part of my life forever. I've met so many amazing people in this department, staff and students. Even in the briefest of meetings, you can tell the people here are good and kind-hearted. It has been a privilege to get to know you all. You have made the eventful 3 years so much more tolerable. And the staff, who I'm sure you would all agree, have been helpful and supportive of our academic journeys. So would you join me now in giving them a round of applause too? So whilst it has been an eventful journey for all of us, it is one which has made memories we will cherish forever and never forget. So whatever our next steps may be, we can all be sure that the growth and knowledge that we have gained in this degree, we can all take our next steps with confidence. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Harriet, for your thoughtful words and for representing the class of 2023 so well. As Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Head of the College of Arts and Law, it falls to me to bring this ceremony to a conclusion. I know I speak for all the staff of the School of Philosophy, Theology and Religion in saying how delighted we are to see you graduate today and to congratulate you on your achievements. Amidst the pandemic, you've had to study and succeed during a time of unparalleled national and global disruption. You've had to work hard, read an enormous amount, write essays, pass exams, and deal with a changed world. You've done incredibly well, and I know that all of the staff here are very proud of you. This is a university where the arts and humanities are prized, We know that philosophy, theology, and religion are critical for understanding human society and culture, and that we need to understand our history, beliefs, and the way we think if we're to use our past and present to imagine our future. Understanding human society and the human spirit are critical for digital, scientific, and technological advances to succeed, for enriched lives and better futures. Whatever you do, wherever you go, you will take with you the skills, knowledge, and passion you've developed during your time here. Arts and humanities end up working in all manner of fields, in creative arts and industries, in business and government, as policymakers, as charity and community leaders, in international organisations, media, publishing and heritage, just to name a few of the many fields our graduates excel in. All of these areas value graduates who can think, who can reason, who can analyse, who can write, who can problem solve, who can lead, who can create, who can inspire. So I'd encourage you to think about what you can do with your degree and the difference you can make. From our very beginnings in 1900 as England's first civic university, Birmingham has welcomed people of all faiths and backgrounds and has been home to some truly inspirational people. If you walk down the corridors either side of the Great Hall, you'll see museum objects, prototypes, manuscripts and photographs that tell the stories of groundbreaking research carried out here at this university. They include a portrait of Nicholas Pevsner, arguably the most important architectural historian of the 20th century, who wrote his book, An Inquiry into Industrial Art in England, here. There's a photograph of Professor Stuart Hall, who used cultural studies to understand the broader constructs that shape our everyday life and whose intellectual influence has been enormous. There is a bust of Sir Edward Elgar, the first professor of music here and one of this country's best-known and best-loved composers. The exhibition provides just a few examples of how people at this university have changed lives, have helped us understand and interpret the world around us, and have brought new ideas, art, colour, and joy to so many lives. Whatever you do, wherever you go, you can take pride at having studied and learnt at this university. This university and this city have been in the public eye during your time here. It will not have escaped anyone's notice that Birmingham hosted last summer's Commonwealth Games, that the University of Birmingham played a prominent part, and that here on campus we hosted the largest athletics village and every game of hockey and squash. Birmingham students and alumni competed across 9 sports and did incredibly well, winning 1 gold, 2 silvers and 1 bronze, more than several small countries put together. I cannot guarantee that we'll have a major sporting event on our doorstep every summer, although next month we're hosting the International Blind Sports Federation World Games, and we're working with the city to ensure we build on the legacy of the Games and the incitement and enthusiasm they generated. But whatever's happening on campus, you will always be welcome here. If you haven't already, do call by and take in the old and new masterpieces in the Barber Institute, one of this country's finest art galleries, or stop by for one of the music concerts put on by students from across the university, or attend one of the public lectures given by our world-leading researchers, or just take in again the beauty of this campus, these buildings, this place. When you leave here today, you start a new chapter with new challenges and new opportunities. We look forward to watching your progress, to seeing the difference you make. Our careers service remains available to you whenever you want advice and support, and our alumni relations team run events connecting you with the more than 300,000 Birmingham alumni all across the world. Whether you've come from overseas, like me, from another part of this country, or from here in the West Midlands, the University of Birmingham has been your home, and our doors will always remain open to you. You entered the Great Hall today as graduands, but you leave as graduates of the University of Birmingham. Class of 2023, well done.
I declare the congregation closed.
To close the ceremony, the maces are collected from the stage. The mace bearers lead the procession of staff and new graduates out of the Great Hall. The ceremony that completes the university journey for hundreds of Birmingham alumni is now closed. Congratulations to our new graduates. The attendees applaud our new graduating class.